Welcome to another episode in our History of Science series, where we explore the discoveries that shape the understanding of the world. Today we'll look at a number that seems simple yet has fascinated thinkers for more than 4,000 years, the mysterious constant known as pi. Pi, just another Greek letter, but behind that symbol lies one of the greatest mathematical mysteries of all time, defined as the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Pi is both easy to describe and endlessly complex. Its decimal expansion never ends or repeats. For centuries, it has challenged and inspired mathematicians around the world. The story of pi begins in the ancient world, long before algebra or calculators. People noticed that the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter was always about the same. Around 1900 BCE, Babylonian mathematicians estimated it as 3.125. In Egypt, scribes worked from the Rhind mathematical papyrus using a slightly better value, around 3.1605. These early numbers were good enough to design temples, pyramids, and canals. With engineers at the time, it was practical geometry. The Greeks brought theory to that practicality. Around 250 BCE, Archimedes of Syracuse used geometry to calculate pi more precisely. He drew polygons inside and outside of a circle and increased the number of sides until nearly matched its shape. With a 96-sided polygon, he showed pi was between 3.1408 and 3.1429, astonishingly close to the true value of 3.14159. This method laid the groundwork for integral calculus nearly 2 millennia later. Elsewhere, other cultures made remarkable progress. In China, around 500 CE, the mathematician Zhu Xiang used polygon methods to compute pi to 7 digits. 3.1415927, a record that stood for nearly 1,000 years. In India, in the 14th century, a scholar discovered an infinite series that could approximate pi using arithmetic: 4 minus 4/3 plus 4/5 minus 4/7, and so on. Known today as the Gregory-Leibniz series, it marked one of the earliest uses of infinite series in mathematics. During the Islamic Golden Age, mathematicians extended pi to 16 decimal places using trigonometry. They preserved and expanded on the Greek and Indian ideas, translating key texts that later reached Europe during the Renaissance. By the 16th century, pi had become a symbol of mathematical endurance. The German scholar Ludwig von Salon devoted much of his life to calculating it to 35 digits by hand, an effort so famous that the digits were engraved on his tombstone. A century later, Isaac Newton used his new calculus to find the 15 digits of pi, and John Mason developed a trigonometric formula that made large-scale calculations far easier. By the 18th and 19th century, pi appeared throughout science, in physics, probability, and statistics. It turned up in the vibrations of strings, the motions of the planets, and the mathematics of chance. Pi had become far more than a number for circles. It was now the key to unlocking the hidden patterns of nature. Then came the computer age. In 1949, the ENIAC, one of the world's first electronic computers, calculated pi to more than 2,000 digits, taking over 70 hours. In the late 20th century, Gregory and David Chomsky used formulas inspired by the Indian mathematician Ramanujan to push pi beyond 1 billion digits on their homemade supercomputer. This method remains the foundation for modern calculations. In 2022, researchers using Google Cloud computed pi to more than 100 trillion digits. Of course, no one needs that many. NASA uses just 15 decimal places to guide spacecraft through millions of miles of space. Even the circumference of the observable universe could be calculated accurately within 40 digits. But for scientists and engineers, pi continues to be a benchmark, a test of precision and computational power. Beyond its digits remains deeply symbolic. Though its numbers seem random, it arises from pure geometry, a perfect circle. Some mathematicians believe pi is a normal number, meaning every possible sequence of digits eventually appears. If so, your birthday, your phone number, and perhaps even the text of every book ever written lies hidden somewhere within its endless expansion. From the clay tablets in Babylon to quantum computers in the 21st century, pi has linked civilizations, inspired creativity, and emboldened humanity's drive to understand the universe. It is both timeless and infinite, a bridge between logic and wonder. Thanks for listening to A Brief History of Pi on the Math and Physics Learning channel. If you enjoyed this audio article, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the History of Science series. Until next time, keep exploring and keep wondering at the infinite world of numbers.